All right, guys, it's the weekend before bow season here in Virginia. I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna put a tree stand up today. I hadn't ever tree stand hunted much during bow season. Hadn't really bow hunted a whole lot, but I'm trying to get that big monster this year. We're gonna try it and see what happens. I'm gonna put this dang tree stand up. I'm gonna try to make as least noise as possible and spread as little bit of scent as possible in the woods. I don't want to pressure the deer to run off. I don't want to make a bunch of noise putting it up. I know there's obviously inevitably going to be some noise, but I'm trying to keep the noise at the lowest level possible today. That's my goal. Bow season opens up next weekend, and I plan on being in the tree stand before daylight Saturday morning. I don't want to pressure these deer off of the property before then, so I want to go up here. I'm going to try to find a tree. I'm going to take y'all with me. Here we go. There's my tree stand. I got it in my little wagon. I bought it at Rural King yesterday in Whitfield, Virginia. It's a River's Edge brand tree stand, hang-on style. I've never used a hang-on style tree stand. Also bought a 20-foot set of tree steps to go with it. I'm gonna go up here and try to find a tree up here behind the house, up in there. And I'm gonna mount this thing to it. I'm gonna try to find it on top of the ridge in the best location where I think the deer are gonna be. And the best access point without spreading my scent around when I go access it in the woods. Guys, that's a mineral lick. I put some deer cane and some minerals down right here through the summer. They have just tore the ground all to hell right here. Pawed it up, tore it up. Bunch of deer in here. It's hot. Too hot to hunt. I'm looking for a place to put the stand up. And I'm kind of torn because there's a good bedding area right out this way. I don't want to get my stand too close to that bedding area. So if I come in and too close to the bedding area early in the morning, I'll run them big bucks off. So I think I'm going to go right back out here. There's a scrape, a natural scrape that I found out this way. I think I'm going to go out there near that scrape and put my stand right close to that scrape. So if I hit my grunt call and those deer hear it a couple 100 yards away, I can draw them over to where my stand's at. I know there's a bedding area out here, and I don't want to put my stand near that bedding area. That's a good way to run big bucks off. Guys, there's some big bucks running around in here. There's a scrape, or a hornet, where they've been horning a tree. And all down through here, there's 2 or 3 scrapes where they've been scraping the ground. It's full of bugs. All right, guys, I think I found the tree I'm gonna put it in. It's really hard up here because it's really thick. It's been timbered out 2 times in the past 40 years, and it's grown up into a thicket. And the deer love it, but getting a place where I'm gonna have a good clean shot in multiple directions is part of the problem. I don't want to spend hours up here cleaning out shit in lanes because I don't want to leave my scent all around here. I've already done too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this tree. I'm not sure about it, but it's the best thing I can find. Guys, I'm really not trying to sound like a dick, but my neighbors really screwed me up on my plans. They got just as much of a right to hunt on their property as I do on mine, so I ain't mad at them. And if they shoot a deer and it runs on my property, I don't care if they come get it. I'm not a dick. But that took me like an hour to figure out what tree I wanted to put my stand on. And in the middle of me putting my stand up, they come gallivanting through the woods. They wouldn't have no camo on. I thought it was my neighbor over here my other neighbor over here farming or something. I didn't know who it was. I think they was checking the trail camera that they've got like 10 feet from the edge of my dad's property. In fact, I might go over here and look. It might be on my dad's property, which I don't care. I'm not going to get mad at them. We don't have our land posted. There's no trespassing signs for four-wheelers and stuff that come through here, but it's not posted. I don't own the deer. If I shoot a deer and it runs on them, I'll go get it. If they shoot a deer and it runs on me, they can come get it. So it ain't a big deal, but it did screw my plans up. Guys, sometimes you gotta take the best of everything. What I mean by that is, if they don't know how to hunt, and they come in the woods beating and thrashing and making noise, and they spook a deer, and I'm already up here in my stand, by the time they spook it, that deer could come running right out on top of me, and I could shoot it. Now, I've had deer win me before and end up on my neighbor's property, and my other neighbor killed them. So I know that's a thing. So I'm not upset with my neighbor guys at all. I wish them the best. If they kill the biggest buck in here, that's fine. But I've worked really hard. I saved up my money. I got a GoPro Hero 10 the other day. I wanted to do some self-filmed hunts. And I tell you, when you don't own but 30 acres of property, it can be difficult when you got neighbors that hunt right on your line. It can be difficult. I think they got about the same amount of property, but they hunt right on their line. Which like I said, I ain't mad at them. Sometimes I hunt there too. It's a good spot. Just gotta figure out what to do and keep going forward. Alright, y'all, I think I figured out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try it and see if it works, and then we'll just go from there. Alright guys, after hanging that stand, I can tell you one thing for sure. There ain't nothing safety about it. Alright guys, I got this stand put up. It was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. It's right there. There's a little crossroad section right here. There's a bedding area about 75 yards that direction. There's a bunch of scrapes on this ridge. I don't know, we'll just have to see what happens, y'all. Hopefully I can get y'all some good footage this year.